Hey everyone! In one of my latest videos, I talked about that I am moving this upcoming weekend, and a lot of you asked if I would do a video about how I pack my Reborns to move. I have had to pack my Reborns to move quite a few times, so I thought I'd tell you guys how I do it. It's not super complicated or anything, but I figured maybe it would give you guys some tips or ideas on how you want to pack your baby safely to move, or even maybe to put in storage for a short period of time. So here I have some thick baby blankets. You can usually get really nice quality baby blankets for a decent price at TJ Maxx, Ross, or Burlington if you're in the US. I love shopping at TJ Maxx and Ross, and they usually have really cute blankets. Well, Burlington does too, but I just don't usually go there because we don't have one nearby. Here are some that I've collected over the years. This one I know came from Hobby Lobby, and that was from when I got my very first Reborn, so I've had this for like 4 years. This one I think I got at Ross. It's a little ocean theme. I have this one. I believe this one came from Ross. It's very fluffy, very thick. And I have a lavender one and a hot pink one down there. So for the blankets I'm going to be packing my Reborns in, I usually look for something that's pretty thick, like this one. It's very fluffy, perfect to pack my dolls in. And I also look for white or light colored blankets because just in case the dolls end up having to be in the box or in the blanket for a long period of time or longer than I'm expecting, then the dye is not going to bleed off onto their vinyl. Like this hot pink one, I'm kind of thinking about not using that one. If I do use it, I'll probably use a blanket and then wrap this one over it because I haven't washed this yet, and I don't know if any excess dye will come out of it. If I wash it, I'm not really sure. I think I forgot to mention the price on what I usually pay for these blankets. So good quality baby blankets usually cost quite a bit in my opinion, but at Ross and TJ Maxx in Burlington, they're discounted quite a bit. I usually pay about $5.99 to $6.99 per blanket, which is actually really good for really nice blankets. Some of you might ask why I don't just use bubble wrap. So with bubble wrap, I just don't like buying bubble wrap. I usually buy it from Walmart, but it's actually pretty pricey. I don't like reusing bubble wrap. I just don't like the feeling of bubble wrap. I'm just not a fan of bubble wrap, really, I guess. And with the blankets, at least, if I buy those to pack dolls in, then they are usable for something else as well. I mean, they're cute in the nursery, they're cute for photo shoots. You can have all different kinds of backgrounds for photos or whatever you'd like to do with them when you're not using them to pack your dolls. I usually do not buy a blanket just to pack a doll in. I think I've only ever done that like once, where I went and bought one blanket or two blankets to specifically pack dolls in. But I always look for something that I'm going to use, that I really like, that's really cute. The other thing that I use to pack my dolls is a regular sized tote box. You can get them at Walmart. I'm sure you can get them at a lot of other places, but usually I buy mine at Walmart, and I'll show you guys those in just a minute. Here's the tote box I'm going to be using. It's just a regular tote box. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And there were even some blankets in there that I completely forgot about that I used to pack my dolls in last time, because that's last time I used this tote as well. I pretty much only use this tote to store dolls in or to move my dolls. And it's a little bit dusty, so I need to wash the blankets that were in there and wipe out the tote with a baby wipe. Why is my camera not focusing today? And then after that, I will show you guys how I pack the baby and wrap them up. Alright, I have Ava here, and I'm going to be changing her into a sleeper because what she's wearing, I just don't feel comfortable packing her up like that. One of the main reasons being that she's wearing this jacket and it has a zipper on it, and I'm always scared that it's going to scratch my baby's face. Even if it's zipped up, it doesn't have the little protective thing at the top. They usually put a little bit of cloth at the top so that the zipper doesn't scratch the baby, but they didn't do it on this little jacket. I also don't want her to lose her shoes, So I'm just gonna go ahead and change her into a sleeper, and I'm listening to Christmas music. I want to know from you guys in the comments, are you already listening to Christmas music, or do you think it's too early for Christmas music until after Thanksgiving? In my opinion, it's not too early for Christmas music, like right after Halloween. And I'm listening to Lindsay Sterling's album that came out last year, her Christmas album. I think it's called Warmer in the Winter. I'm a Lindsay Sterling fan, not like a huge fan, but I do love her music, and I've bought a few of her albums, and yeah, anyway. So let's get to changing Ava, and I'm just gonna do a time lapse and listen to music. I wish I could just play the music during this video, but I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube for playing copyright material. Anyway, let's get to changing Ava. Alright, so she's changed now. She looks a bit funny in this because it's actually quite big on her. She's very skinny and long. But anyway, it's really cute, and it will do a good job of protecting her while she's packed in the tote. I need to find a hat for her, so I'm probably going to go do that next. And I am going to put her mittens back on her. I try to cover up my babies with as much material as possible so that they're just as protected as possible. Now I'm going to wrap her up. I'll show you guys how I do that, and then I'll just go ahead and get her a hat afterwards, I suppose. So I am going to use, I think, this lavender one. Well, I think I'll use this gray one for her. Well, I think it's gray on the inside. Like I said, I'm going to get a hat for her. Now, some people put diapers on their head. I know she's not in the camera very well. A lot of people put diapers on the dolls' heads when they pack them up, you know, when they ship them, or even just to pack them away or pack them to move. But diapers can leave a residue on your dolls, so it's not recommended, especially if they're going to be in a box for a long period of time. I think a couple days would probably be fine, but long period of time is a no for me. And I've heard that usually the Honest diapers are the ones that leave the worst residue. I've only ever had one doll that came to me, no, maybe two dolls that came to me with some diaper residue, and it was down here where their legs are because their diaper touches there, and it was because they had an Honest diaper on for a long period of time. So when I used Honest diapers on my dolls, I just leave them on for maybe a day, and then I take them off, fold them back up, and use them again, because yeah, I just don't want any of my dolls to get that on them. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys really quick how I wrap them up. So I try to put them in the middle, of course, and it's kind of like swaddling a baby, except for the way she's looking at the camera. I don't know why, but it's just so cute. But it's kind of like swaddling a baby, except for you're going to put their head in there too, and you are going to want to find a hat, and most of the time I pull the hat down. I try to find a longer one so I can pull it down over their face as well. Like I said, I try to cover them up as much as possible. So then I just wrap them up like this. And I don't do it too tightly because I just, especially the dolls with like the eyelashes, you don't want the eyelashes to get messed up, so I just don't wrap very tightly around their face. I only stack dolls in the tote 2 dolls high. I don't do any more than that because I don't want to put too much weight on one doll and mess them up or squish them or something. So, and I only do that with my light dolls. I do not currently have any toddlers, even though I have one on the way, but I don't have any toddlers at the moment. So this method of packing is fine, but for toddlers, I've actually never had to move a big toddler before, so I probably would put them in a tote by themselves. Anyway, so that's how I'm gonna wrap her, and then I'll go ahead and wrap the rest of the babies now. Here's Laylin. She is not happy about having to be put in a box for a couple of days, if you guys didn't notice by her expression. No, I'm just kidding. We all know these dolls don't have feelings, but it's fun to pretend they do. Anyway, I wouldn't put a real baby in a box, ever. Don't do that, you guys. I don't want to make this video too long. I feel like I've explained really everything that you guys wanted to know, I guess. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. And I'm trying to decide which baby I'm going to leave out. Like, I'm going to pack up all the other babies and have them ready to move to the new house. But I'm gonna leave one baby out so that, you know, I can pick them up and cuddle them throughout the next couple of days and maybe do a little photo shoot with them or something. I have a lot of organizing actually to do in the room where all the baby stuff is currently. Yeah, I didn't even realize how much I have to organize. Yeah, anyway, I have to go do that. So I'm gonna end this video here and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everyone.